Today, on the Mysteria Archive, we uncover the lost civilization hidden in Antarctica. The discovery of the impossible. For centuries, Antarctica has been a barren, icy wasteland, its secrets locked beneath miles of unyielding ice. But in 2018, satellite imagery revealed something astonishing. Geometric shapes buried beneath the ice, too precise to be a natural formation. A series of triangular patterns perfectly aligned emerged in the data, sparking worldwide curiosity. Were these just geological anomalies, or could they be the remnants of something far older, an ancient civilization erased from history? Researchers analysing these images noted their location, deep beneath the frozen surface, in an area thought to have been ice-free 12,000 years ago during Earth's last warming period. Now, some theorise that this could be a mythical Antarctic Atlantis, a civilization predating all known human history. Whispers of a government operation to investigate the site began to spread, but as quickly as these rumours surfaced, they were silenced. The evidence didn't end with satellite imagery. Reports from scientists stationed at remote Antarctic bases spoke of strange, unexplainable sounds, low-frequency hums that seemed to emanate from deep underground. Instruments detected magnetic anomalies in the same region, further fueling speculation. And could these be signs of advanced technology buried beneath the ice? Or were they natural phenomena conveniently swept under the rug by those who control the narrative? All right, so this is where things get interesting. On the surface, the geometric shapes in the satellite imagery could be explained by natural geological processes, right? But here's the thing. Scientists who specialise in geology have pointed out that such perfect symmetry is incredibly rare in nature. It's like finding a perfect square rock. It's possible, but very unlikely. And what about the sounds? Low-frequency hums could have a natural explanation, like glacial movement or tectonic activity. But why are they reported specifically near the alleged structures? And let's also consider the idea of a cover-up. Governments are often accused of hiding things, but it's worth asking, what would they gain from suppressing this? Could it be fear of mass hysteria, or maybe there's something bigger, like a secret that changes our understanding of history? Let's keep this in mind as we move forward. A civilization lost in time. Legends of lost civilizations have existed across cultures for a millennia. Plato spoke of Atlantis, a highly advanced society destroyed in a cataclysm. Could Antarctica, long hidden beneath its icy shroud, hold the key to one of these ancient myths? Now, some believe that during the last ice age, Antarctica was habitable, a lush green continent teeming with life. And if true, it raises the question, could humans or something else have thrived there? Archaeological finds from around the world suggest that humanity's history may be far older than previously thought. The Great Pyramids, Göbekli Tepe, and other ancient sites display engineering feats that modern scientists struggle to explain. Some researchers propose a controversial theory that these marvels were not created in isolation, but are remnants of a forgotten global civilization. If Antarctica was once part of this interconnected network, it would explain the advanced structures buried beneath the ice. But what happened to this civilization? Theories abound: climate shifts, asteroid impacts, or even a self-inflicted disaster. Others speculate about extraterrestrial involvement, pointing to the ancient myths that speak of gods descending from the sky to guide humanity. Could these gods have had a hand in shaping the Antarctic civilization, only to vanish as mysteriously as they came? This is where things get speculative but undeniably fascinating. And the idea that Antarctica was once habitable isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Scientists have confirmed that during certain periods, the continent was ice-free. So, if it was habitable, who or what lived there? Now, the idea of a global civilization predating history is controversial, but there's compelling evidence for advanced knowledge in ancient times. For instance, the precision of the pyramids or the alignments of Göbekli Tepe hint at something extraordinary. And the question is whether this knowledge could have been shared across continents, Antarctica included. As for extraterrestrial involvement, I'm not saying aliens, but it's worth noting that many ancient texts and oral traditions reference beings from the sky. Could these be metaphors? Maybe, but they might also hint at something more literal: the operation that never happened. In 2019, unverified reports surfaced about a joint international expedition to Antarctica. Officially, the mission was to study climate change, but leaked documents hinted at something far more intriguing: The operation, allegedly codenamed Deep Horizon, involved military personnel, scientists, and specialized equipment designed to penetrate thick ice layers. The target, the coordinates of the geometric shapes seen in satellite images. Witnesses claim to see unmarked aircraft departing from a military base in New Zealand, loaded with advanced drilling rigs and what appeared to be heavy-duty containment units. But when journalists began investigating, they hit a wall of silence. Emails went unanswered and whistleblowers were discredited. Strangely, a significant portion of satellite data from the region around the time of the alleged expedition was either redacted or missing entirely. Rumours began swirling. Had the team found something? Accounts from anonymous sources painted a chilling picture: strange artefacts, incomprehensible to modern science, and an ancient structure emitting faint but detectable energy. If true, these discoveries would rewrite the history books, or perhaps explain why the operation was buried in secrecy. Okay, let's pause here. The idea of a secret operation is definitely conspiracy fodder, but let's break it down. First, international expeditions to Antarctica happen all the time, so it's not inherently suspicious. But the claims about unmarked aircraft and missing satellite data, that's where things get murky. Now, if we had more concrete evidence, it could be groundbreaking. Now let's talk about the alleged findings. Artifacts and structures emitting energy sound like something out of a sci-fi movie. But think about it. Even today, we discover ancient technologies that seem ahead of their time. Could an advanced Antarctic civilization have left behind something extraordinary? It's possible. However, without solid proof, it remains in the realm of speculation. The supernatural connection. Some accounts take an even stranger turn. Researchers who have worked in Antarctica describe an eerie feeling, as if they're being watched. Equipment malfunctions without explanation, and some report of vivid dreams of towering beings made of light. These stories align with ancient myths about Antarctica being a forbidden land, guarded by otherworldly entities. In 2020, a leaked audio recording, allegedly captured during the Deep Horizon mission, sent shockwaves throughout the online community. In the recording, a panicked voice describes a gateway, a massive archway glowing faintly, surrounded by carvings that defy translation. Some believe this gateway could be a portal, a remnant of advanced technology, or even a link to another dimension. Skeptics dismiss these claims as hoaxes, but believers argue that they align too closely with myths from cultures separated by time and distance. From the Sumerian gods of the Annunaki to the celestial beings of Hindu cosmology, the idea of an advanced race guiding humanity is deeply ingrained in human history. Address the supernatural angle. Now, stories about being watched or dreaming of beings of light could be psychological. Antarctica is an extreme environment, and isolation can do weird things to the mind. But if multiple people report similar experiences, it's worth paying attention. Now, the idea of a gateway is fascinating. If such a structure exists, it could be anything: an ancient monument, a natural formation, or, as some suggest, a portal. And the connection to global myths is compelling. Are we seeing patterns that aren't there? Or could these myths point to a shared origin, possibly even connected to Antarctica? The cover-up deepens. In recent years, efforts to explore the region have faced increasing roadblocks. Independent researchers report being denied access to certain areas, and whistleblowers claim that advanced scanning technology has identified anomalies far deeper than previously thought. The data, however, remains classified. Adding to the intrigue, a retired military official gave a cryptic interview in 2023, suggesting that the discoveries in Antarctica could destabilize global institutions. He refused to elaborate, citing national security concerns. Some interpret this as confirmation of a cover-up, while others see it as fear-mongering. What is the truth? Could the frozen continent hold the remnants of an advanced civilization, or are we chasing shadows? One thing is certain: Antarctica remains a place of mystery, its secrets frozen in time. If the claims are true, the implications would be staggering. But here's the thing: the lack of solid evidence makes it easy to dismiss these stories as sensationalism. That said, if there is a cover-up, the question becomes why? What's so dangerous about the truth? Ultimately, the mysteries of Antarctica challenge our understanding of history. And whether we find evidence of a lost civilization, advanced technology, or something else entirely, the journey to uncover the truth is just beginning. And that's the beauty of exploration: asking questions, pushing boundaries, and refusing to accept the limits of what we know. The Piri Reis Map mystery. One of the most puzzling artifacts tied to Antarctica's mysteries is the Piri Reis Map, a 16th century world map created by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis. What makes this map so extraordinary is its depiction of Antarctica centuries before the continent's official discovery in 1820. Even more bizarre, the map shows Antarctica not as a frozen wasteland, but as a landmass free of ice, complete with detailed coastlines. Skeptics argue that the map may simply have been copied from older sources, but this only raises more questions. Who created the original source maps? And how did they know about Antarctica's geography before it was covered in ice? Some researchers suggest the map could be evidence of a lost advanced civilization capable of cartographic feats far beyond the technology of their time. Others take the mystery even further. Could the Piri Reis Map be linked to extraterrestrial guidance? Ancient astronaut theorists propose that beings with advanced aerial capabilities might have provided early humans with this knowledge. If true, the map serves as yet another tantalizing clue that Antarctica may have been central to a forgotten chapter of human or non-human history. The Piri Reis Map is a historical enigma. Even if it's based on older maps, the questions remain: who had the ability to chart Antarctica before it froze over? It's tempting to think this points to a lost civilization, but let's not rule out the possibility of ancient exploration by seafaring cultures we've yet to fully understand. And while the alien theory is fascinating, it's also highly speculative. Still, the map adds another piece of the puzzle to Antarctica's hidden history. Operation Highjump and the Nazi Connection. In 1946, the United States launched Operation Highjump, one of the largest military expeditions to Antarctica. Officially, the mission aimed to train personnel and test equipment in extreme cold. However, many believe there was a far more secretive purpose behind this operation. Some conspiracy theorists claim that the Nazis established a secret base in Antarctica during World War II, escaping there with advanced technology or even extraterrestrial assistance after their defeat in Europe. Operation Highjump, they argue, was an attempt to locate and neutralize this hidden base. Adding to the intrigue, declassified documents reveal that the operation ended abruptly, with vague references to unexpected casualties. And what could have forced the military to retreat so suddenly? Eyewitness accounts from the time speak of unidentified flying objects spotted over the icy landscape, crafts capable of maneuvers far beyond the capabilities of 1940s technology. Were these experimental Nazi aircraft or something far more mysterious? The true purpose of Operation Highjump remains a closely guarded secret, leaving room for speculation about what really happened in Antarctica during those tense post-war years. Operation Highjump is a fascinating chapter in Antarctic history. And while the official explanation does seem straightforward, the sudden end to the mission raises eyebrows. And if the Nazis did establish a base in Antarctica, it would be one of the greatest historical secrets ever kept. But UFO sightings, that's where it gets tricky. Could it have been advanced aircraft, or are we venturing into full-blown alien territory here? But either way, the lack of transparency leaves us to wonder what really went down. The Forbidden Zone. Despite Antarctica's vast uninhabited expanse, there are areas that remain strictly off-limits to both researchers and explorers. One such area is known colloquially as the Forbidden Zone, a remote region near the South Pole, surrounded by rumours of unusual activity. Reports of strange lights in the sky, unexplained vibrations, and even unmarked military vehicles in the area have fueled speculation about what lies within. Some believe the Forbidden Zone is home to a subterranean base, possibly connected to the mysterious structures identified in satellite imagery. Others suggest it could be the location of an ancient artifact or gateway protected by global powers for reasons unknown. Whatever the truth, the secrecy surrounding the region only adds to the mystique of Antarctica as a land of hidden wonders. Of a forbidden zone might sound dramatic, but it's worth noting that access to Antarctica is highly regulated under international law. That said, stories of strange lights and unmarked vehicles are hard to ignore. If there's something being protected or hidden, it would explain the tight control. Is it a natural phenomenon, a relic of a lost civilization, or something even more extraordinary? Until someone gets the answers, the speculation will continue. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Now let me know in the comments below what mysteries or conspiracies you would like to see. Remember, this channel is for curious people just like us, where we delve into ancient mysteries, lost civilizations, conspiracies, the supernatural, and the occasional alien or two. Okay, until next time, stay curious.